One of the biggest errors that Christians make in their walk with the Lord is mistaking the mirror for the method. For in his sight, no one alive will be considered righteous on the ground of legalistic observance of Torah commands, because what Torah really does is show people how sinful they are. If you make a tree good, its fruit will be good, and if you make a tree bad, its fruit will be bad. For a tree is known by its fruit. You snakes, how can you, who are evil, say anything good? For the mouth speaks what overflows from the heart. The good person brings forth things from his store of good, and the evil person brings forth evil things from his store of evil. The purpose of all of the commands that tell us what we ought not to be doing, and even the commands that tell us what we ought to be doing, all of these commands are intended to help us recognize the fruit when we see it. And see, the problem is that a lot of believers take these commands as a method instead of as a mirror. But Jesus said that a bad tree cannot bring forth good fruit. In the same way, a good tree does not bring forth bad fruit. You cannot change the fruit by changing the method. You can only change the fruit by changing the tree. So what am I saying? Am I saying you shouldn't try to do good things? Am I saying you shouldn't resist evil? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is you need to understand the source of where it's coming from. And when you understand the source, you'll also understand the solution. Jesus didn't say, "Come to me, all you who are perfect, all you who have perfected the method of appearing righteous." He said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and take my yoke on you and learn from me, and I will give you rest for your souls." In Romans, Paul doesn't say, do good things, and in doing those good things, your mind will become renewed. What he says is resist the former pattern, resist doing the things that you once did, and keep allowing yourself to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. An apple tree cannot produce lemons by changing the method by which it produces fruit. It must be transformed into a different kind of tree. And as it says in Romans, we do not transform ourselves, but instead we allow ourselves to continue being transformed by the renewing of our mind. And how do our minds become renewed? By going to the one who has the power to transform and taking his yoke upon us and learning from him. And what do we learn? Do we learn how to behave differently? No. No, what we learn is how to see. Because once we understand how to see, once we understand how to recognize the difference between bad fruit and good fruit, when we see bad fruit, we will rush to the one who has the ability to transform the part of us that is still yielding that fruit. And we will confess to him that this is still in us. There is still a part of the tree in me that has not yet been transformed. And Lord, transform this in me. And then what do? We then look to the mirror to see what comes forth. And if we see that there is still bad fruit coming forth, then we know that whatever is in us has not yet been healed, and that we need to continue to return to the one who has the power to transform us and continue to bring what we see to him and say, Lord, the mirror is continuing to show me that there is still something in me that is not yet healed, and it is oozing with all that is broken. It is still producing fruit that is inconsistent with what I know you have planted in me by your Spirit. And when we do that, the Holy Spirit will begin to transform us as we continue to allow that transformation to take place. We do not become more complete by duct taping good fruit onto a bad tree. We become complete by learning to recognize what kind of fruit we are producing and continuing to return to the one who has the ability to heal and transform the tree.